What's up, guys? Welcome back for another episode, and this is day 2 of Euro Drag Wars, and kind of nervous about the weather today. I think with any event organizers like ourselves or even Euro Drag Wars, we get worried about the weather because, again, that kind of hampers down the action and also activities. But what I'm going to do my best is showcase exactly what's going to go on today. It's day 2 of racing, if the weather holds up, and also day 2 of the show cars, right? So there's a show car area that we're going to display. Some of it you've seen yesterday on the previous episode, but stay tuned. There's a lot more cars coming out today, and I'm going to showcase it for you guys. All right, so one of the cars that kind of caught my eye yesterday, and I'm actually seeing it again today, is actually this G80 M3 with the Adro front bumper. Huge fat snail. So that was definitely something that caught my eye. What I do like about this whole setup in the engine bay is that the carbon goes very well, and it kind of replaces the OEM look to it. And also you have to have the Downstar bolts. Yeah, the car looks good. These are Strauss wheels. I believe they're located down in Miami. But yeah, the way this transitions, they blended this pretty well, because normally with the Adro front bumper you're gonna have to blend in the paint, but this looks really good. I kind of like it more off the G80 too, but this setup actually looks really good, especially with the bronze wheels. And he has the flex of the CCBs, carbon ceramic brakes, so AKA no brake dust. Yeah, liking the way this car looks. And also I saw this yesterday. This is a Toronto Red G82 with Strauss wheels. Can't really see anything underneath the hood. Most likely there's never really nothing else to see, maybe, or maybe because they worry about the rain. But we got Jordan and his father. Jordan's father's right there, Jordan's right here. And they've been BMW fanatics for a while. And you guys drove from what, Virginia? Virginia. So Virginia with a little puppy. So I know your father is a diehard BMW enthusiast, right?
Yes.
And he's been so excited about coming to events. You guys drove, what, 10 hours, right?
10 hours.
10 hours. And you got the Apex wheels, right? The ARC. What are they, the ARC? I have no idea. But I like the color contrast between the Toronto Red and also the bronze wheels. It's a very OEM plus look. And I know there's so many more mods that your father's gonna do.
Yeah.
I know he's excited about that.
Yes.
And we've seen Jordan before out in LA and also New Jersey, the invasion of New Jersey. And we're gonna be back there in New Jersey coming up again. So that was a great event.
It was for the first time, despite it being not the first time out there, it was still fun.
Yeah.
Back in my neighborhood, I'm from Pennsylvania, so to see these boys back in the tri-state, meeting up with old friends and everybody, it's awesome.
Yeah, one of the things I really enjoyed is the entertainment aspect of that show.
Yes.
Elite Tuner knows how to throw on the show, so the combination of us and Elite Tuner, we just knocked it out of the park.
It was a party.
Yeah, it was a party all day, and it was good vibes all day.
Yes.
So, again, I'm gonna showcase a lot of the builds here for you guys. You know, you got some cars rolling, you got Jamal Alpha. All right, Scott owns the G80 7M2. What wheels are those? I have no idea.
The VS5RS Apex.
Okay, and then I was telling the channel that you've been a BMW diehard enthusiast for a while, right?
Quite a long time, yep. Yeah.
So what brought you into the BMW realm?
Well, I grew up driving Volvos as a kid, and my family always had Volvo, and I had an opportunity to move to BMW, and took the opportunity, and probably 20 plus years later, almost 30 years later, I'm rocking a nice M2.
Yeah, and then you also have a X3, right?
We did.
Okay, you did have X3, and then we've seen you at a lot of our shows, you know, and the BMW community is probably the best community out there, right?
Exactly, yes. And, you know, doing literally everything from, you know, being down in Spartanburg, doing the, out on the track, and coming to the invasions now, and all the different events through the BMW community. It's been awesome.
Exactly, and then you get that ride home. I was telling the channel that you guys brought a little puppy over here.
Yeah.
And she's having a good time.
Yeah. Yep. She's part of the community now too.
Yeah. So good to see you guys here in Florida again.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you actually in West Palm Beach.
Yeah, both of us. Yeah, we'll both be there.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Actually, all three of us.
All three of us. See? Good. All right, so it looks like the weather's holding up right now. The racers are getting ready to start their races today, and stay tuned. So much more footage to come. Hopefully the weather does hold up, but it's kind of cloudy.
Left hand side going against first. 58 versus Gaza.
All right, checking in with you guys. The rain came, so this is what we're looking at. The weather forecast looks like it might let up probably by 3 o'clock, so it's gonna be consistent rain, and after that we could probably get some more runs. We're all hunkered down in the booth here. One thing about these outdoor events you can't do is control the weather, but we're gonna continue the rest of the festivals and have a good time. All right, guys, we're back here at Euro Drag Wars. We're here with Fernando. He's the owner of Euro Drag Wars, day 2. And we're here to pick his brain a little bit, right? And also what went behind the thought process of making this event. Also, too, what I want to find out, too, is that what was his expectation and how did it result to what it is today? So, Fernando, what do you think about the event? You know, what inspired you for Euro Drag Wars?
So, I come from a drag racing background from many, many years, right? And I started with Japanese cars. And then when I got into the Euro market, I was like, man, I don't see an event that I can really say, oh, you know what? I want to make that event because there's class driven towards these specific vehicles. You know, we have big events like FL2K, MIR, that sort of thing, but nothing that's specific to the Euro community. So I was like, okay, I talked with the track owner. We have a good relationship. I said, hey man, you know, I've been wanting to do an event for years and I think this will be the opportunity for me. And he gave me a date and just started planning. It was kind of a last minute thing last year. And then everything went down from there.
Everything came to fruition, right?
Yeah.
The crazy thing is too, like I know we were speaking earlier, last year you guys dealt with the unfortunate weather, and to be honest, we did too. Mm-hmm. I think we had the same time frame for our show, the Invasion in Orlando, and you guys had the date after where and it rained all day, right? So we felt your, I guess you could say, pain too. But everybody had a good time last year for us. I know this year was a little bit different, but better because yesterday was amazing. The weather was perfect. People had a great time. It rained a little bit today, which kind of hampered things, but you can't control the weather though.
I know. I mean, last year we had it planned for that Sunday right after your guys' show. It's Orlando, so at least the people that were here got to do some things around town. They got to see your show. So they had some fun. Unfortunately, we had to move it to a separate date to at least have the show actually get done.
Correct.
And so we did it, but a lot of the guys that were coming down were coming from out of state, so it's going to be too hard for you to make another trip the following month. So we were expecting it not to be the biggest thing, but it was still good. People were still happy, and I see the results here. Like a lot of the people that went to that last year event are here, and they're like, yeah, man, last year was great, and this year is super. So I'm like ecstatic, honestly. I'm just happy that I was able to put something together that people enjoy.
And then you're also looking at different cars, right? Because obviously, if you guys watch the channel, we are basically focusing on BMWs, but we see a lot of cars out here like Audis, Volkswagens, and some of those Audis are making big power, right? The cheat code right now I've been seeing is, you know, the R8s. Like the R8s are making the cheat codes, right? A lot of them are pushing big power.
Yeah, I mean, so this weekend you saw a couple of R8s run in the 200 mile an hour plus range on the road race. I mean, that's big times there, so a big mile an hour. So the idea is, you know, as a kid, you see all these fancy cars, or you see some of the Porsches or Lamborghinis or whatever, and I'm like, man, if I was a kid, I'd want to be here. I want to enjoy this. So the dads that are, you know, my age, we want, you know, obviously we enjoy this stuff, so we want to bring the kids and maybe keep working on that structure of the next wave of enthusiasts, you know what I mean?
And the most important thing is that a lot of people like to take this on the street, which is very dangerous, right? You
Correct.
have an opportunity to take it here on the track and do it the right way, and safety is very prime. I can see that safety is a prime thing here at OSW, especially if it started sprinkling, they cut the races off right away.
Yeah, I mean, we want to have fun, but we want to have it in a safe environment. And that's one of the reasons why it took a while to get racing again. You know, we drive the track, but we have to drive the track all the way from start to finish, because when those guys are passing that finish line at 170 miles an hour plus, we have to make sure that they're able to stop in a safe way, and that the floor or the pavement is dry, and they have enough time to brake. So definitely important.
And then you guys are ready for next year, right? Next year you guys are going to be planning again and, you know, making this event for the community.
Yes. So the idea is going to be to have this weekend next year. So 2026, we're going to have to try to have the same weekend set aside for us. Also going to be a 2-day event. We'll have more information about that and in the following months, probably more like summertime. I'll announce the dates and we'll start showing everybody what's going to happen. But we definitely want to make some improvements on what we already have. So it'll be exciting. It'll be a good time.
And how can people find you guys?
So you go to EuroDragWars.com, and we're going to have their schedule, track map, you know, what happened on the last race, pictures, if you want to follow that. We also have our Instagram, which is EuroDragWars, and the Facebook, same thing, EuroDragWars. So we try to keep everybody informed, but if not, go to the website, everything's there.
Sounds good. Again, Fernando, thank you for putting this out for the community and stuff, and we'll see you guys on the next one for sure.
Awesome, man. Thank you guys for coming.